Dear aspirants, welcome to my channel. This is the Diploma C20 Project Management subject, Project Management Skills. Okay, subject. So, most repeated and important questions you're going to learn in this video, and also Pakka passing marks I have made answers. So these are all 2 marks and 3 marks question. They can ask project management, define project management, and define project management characteristics and objectives of project management, state phases of project life cycle, and define feasibility study, and list the types of feasibility study, and define CPM and PERT, and state the difference between PERT and CPM, and define the critical path. These are 2 marks and 3 marks question. Next will be define float and its types, and define activity, event, and network. What is project schedule? State the object of project schedule. Define the project monitoring and control, and list the functions of project manager. Now we are going to learn 5 marks question. The very important question is explain the phases of project life cycle. It is very important. Next is explain the role and responsibility of a project manager, and explain the steps involved in the project planning and different types of feasibility studies. PERT with an advantages and limitation. Explain CPM with the advantages and limitations, and difference between CPM PERT is very important question. And explain different types of project scheduling. Explain project monitoring and control, and explain the risk management and project. Next, explain the steps involved project appraisals, and explain the project cost estimation and budgeting. And 10 marks questions very important. They explain the complete life cycle with a need diagram. 2 marks question also asked, 3 marks also they are asking, 5 marks also they'll ask, and 10 marks. And explain PERT and solve numerical problem based on the critical path. Some problems already I have uploaded in the shorts. And explain CPM and determine the critical path and project duration. This is the 10 marks. Next will be explain the project planning, scheduling, monitoring, and controlling in details, and explain the feasibility study and its different types of details, and explain the role, duty, responsibility, and project manager. Next is explain the project risk management and various method of risk control, and explain the project cost estimation, budgeting, and controlling. So there is a, you want me to pass, Pakka passing priority, what and all you are going to study. You want to pass in the PMS, these are the 8 concept here to study. One is a project life cycle, project manager roles and responsibility, study feasibility study, PERT, CPM, PERT versus CPM differences, critical path and float, and project planning, scheduling, and control. So I have made some important questions and most repeated questions. So I make video for the 20 marks Pakka passing passage. Very important question and answers. I have explained most repeated 2 marks question. Define project management. The project management is a process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the resources to achieve a project objects within the specific time and cost and quality. That is project management. Coming to a project, what do you mean by project? The project is a temporary activity undertaken to achieve a specific object within given time and cost. The next question is, what is project life cycle? The project life cycle is a sequence stages through which the project passes through a starting to define PERT. The PERT is stands for Program Evaluation and Review Techniques. It is used for planning, controlling project where the activity time are uncertain. Next question is define CPM. CPM stands for critical path method. It is a network technique to use to determine the critical path and project duration. So coming to the part B, 3 marks question, list the objectives of project management. One is complete the project within the planned time, complete the project within the estimated cost, and we have to achieve required quantity and utilize the resources efficiently and minimize the project risk. Next, list the phases of project life cycle. One is a project intimation, project planning, project execution, project monitoring and control, and project closure. Next, list the functions of project manager. One is a planning the project, organizing the resources, allocation work, monitoring progress, controlling the cost and time, managing the risk, and complete the project successfully. Next, coming to the 5 marks, explain the difference between CPM and PERT. PERT, nothing but you can write this one definition is that program evaluation review technique. CPM, nothing but critical path method, used when the time is uncertain, used when the time say fairly certain, mainly time oriented, mainly cost time and cost oriented, uses 3 time estimates, uses 1 time estimate, suitable for research and development project, suitable for construction and product project. Coming to the explain the project life cycle. One is an initiation. In the initiation, the project objects and requirements are identified. In the planning, time, cost, resource, and activities are planned. Execution, planned project activity are carried out. Next is monitoring and control. Progress, cost, quality, and time are monitored. Closure means project is completed, inspected, and handover. Question is, explain the role and responsibility of project manager. As a manager, the project manager is responsible for planning, executing, completing the projects successfully. What are the responsibilities? The coming to the responsibility, one is to define the project objectives, prepare the project plan, estimate the project cost, prepare the project schedule, allocate the resources, assign duty to the team members, monitor the project progress, control the project cost and time, identify the managed risk, maintain the required quality. Next is coordinate with the client and team members, prepare the project reports, solve project related problems, ensure the safety during the project execution, complete hand over the project on time. And also most important, numerical, you should know numerical is very important. We need to find out critical path and project duration, and also you have to prepare these topics: PERT, CPM, critical path, project life cycle, and project manager. This very important. If you study this, Pakka you will pass in the exam. The more information, please subscribe my channel, share and support. Thank you.